Fala galera, eu sou Marcos Abreu, falo diretamente aqui do Vaca Brava Rock na Rádio 87,9 FM e eu tenho uma super live para apresentar com vocês agora com um vocalista que dispensa apresentações, Bayley, diretamente da Inglaterra. Estamos aqui na parceria aqui também do Pablo Carvalho, do Gyn Rock City. Então, sem mais delongas, vamos começar aqui essa super live, essa galera muito especial. Hello, Mr. Bayley!
Hello, Brazil!
Yes, man!
Hey, so before we started...
Coxinha!
So, Mr. Bayley...
O que ele falou, bicho?
Coxinha. Frango, passarinho e coxinha.
Valeu, Mr. Bacalhau!
Yes, man!
So, Blaze, well, let's start with Brazil. Like, in your visits to Brazil, what are the things that you thought were most different? I don't know how many times you've been to the country, but like, is there something that kind of caught your attention when you visited Brazil? You thought, oh, this is something that is kind of unique to the Brazilian people or to the Brazilian culture? Or it wasn't anything like that? You didn't notice?
I've been coming to Brazil for 20 years. I've toured twice there with Iron Maiden, huge shows, and I've toured myself there almost every album. And as an international artist, I've been to more towns and cities in Brazil than any other international artist.
Wow.
And more than some Brazilian artists.
I imagine.
Up to Rio Branco, I've been down to the bottom, I've been all the way up the coast, I've been everywhere. In Brazil, I played so many towns. I've been lost in Brazil. And the driver was from Brazil. And I had to take over the driving and drive that myself.
Seriously?
Wow.
Yeah.
Where were you when that happened?
I didn't know I was lost.
Wow!
So, I thought, I didn't know Brazil had mountains here. And I saw a lot of the country on that time when I was lost, more of the scenery.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been coming to Brazil for many years. My first wife was Brazilian, and I spent months in Brazil. So it's always got a place in my heart. When I was in Iron Maiden, I was a new singer. Then the fans in Brazil were really open to see what I could do, and they gave me a lot of support. And X Factor and Virtual 11 were very popular in Brazil.
Yes, yes.
Whereas in some countries, they weren't so popular at that time. So Brazil has a special place in my heart, and every time I've been there, I've tried to do a free meet and greet. And last time in Belo Horizonte,
Yes.
the meet and greet was longer than the concert.
My series, man. My series.
I signed for and had photos with after the concert, and a couple of fans helping me with that. In Sao Paulo,
Yes.
I had to be there when the venue opened. So as the fans walked in, they came straight to me, signed, photo. When the venue opened, because it was 450 people or 500 people, and to sign for everybody, I couldn't do it after the show. I had to do it before. And the band, the support band has finished, and my band is doing a line check and I'm still signing for my fans as they come in through the door. So it's just crazy, man.
Oh my God!
So much support from my fans in Brazil. So much encouragement. I've been going a long time after Iron Maiden. I made 11 studio albums of my own. I had a very bad record deal after Iron Maiden, and I was broke. And my fans in Brazil still kept sending messages. When will you come to Brazil? So excited to hear what album you come up with next.
Nice.
So
nice. That's nice to hear.
It's something that's been a special part, and it's unpleasant for me to have these long breaks. At one time, I managed to go to Brazil every January before Carnival. So not the best time, they told me, because it's the holidays, but I always did well. I had fantastic support. But over the last few years, and with all different things happening, I haven't been able to do that every year. But that was nice, man. When I was able to go every January, it was a really nice vibe. So now, with all the things that have happened, I'm on my tour now in the UK.
Yes.
Great.
Great.
Playing a lot of new songs from the War Within Me album. And
what is the single from this album? Like the working song?
It's called War Within Me. It's the title.
War Within Me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's what we're doing. It seems like we're taking a long time, but it's down to the pandemic. Basically, we want fans. I want my fans to be safe at the concert. So I don't want my concerts to be, I went to see Bayley and we all got sick. So that's it. So it's a very slow start. We've managed to do every show in the UK until the last two festivals where I caught COVID, and now I've recovered from it. And now we have the next 6 shows in the UK coming up. Then next year, we start the European dates. And then after that, hopefully, we start looking at coming back to South America and Brazil.
Nice. So there is a chance.
Favorite things on the album is I have a song called 18 Flights.
18 Flights.
Yeah.
18 Flights.
Okay.
The first word of the song, the first lyric of the song is Brazil.
Seriously? Wow.
I'm very, very proud of that. I wanted to put Brazil into a song for a long time, man. And so it goes, Brazil in January is what we've been. So very
nice.
So I hope my fans in Brazil, when I come to play,
nice. They'll go crazy.
Go, Brazil. And a lot of my fans, I'm sure, will have been there on that last tour, which the song is about, because we went to Chile and they did a gig there for me called Blaze Fest. A fantastic big room and beautiful lighting rig, wonderful sound system, all the local bands, banners everywhere. Blaze Fest, fantastic.
Blaze Fest, wow.
We had all the local bands on in Coquimbo in Chile, and right by the beach, beautiful sunny day, just great. And then we start our set, it's about 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. we start our set, and then 5 songs in, halfway through the song, my fans start running away, which is unusual.
Yes.
I'm used to people throwing things at me, but they started running away. And then all the power goes out. There's no lights. There's no sound. Then the promoter comes on stage with a flashlight, and he says to me, he goes, Blaze, it's an earthquake.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then on the phone, man, message on the phone, it says, tsunami warning, get to higher ground. In English and Spanish. Every phone, the same message. Man,
Yes, man.
Oh, well, that was...
Like,
I was worried then. And I'm metal. I bleed metal. Even I was worried. I'm like, a tsunami warning in 2 languages on every phone.
Every phone. So what did you do?
And we're 10 meters from the beach.
Oh my God. Ooh. So what did you do?
Luckily, it was a steep hill, and they got a van for us and took us up. We had to wait about 4 hours later. Another message. All okay. Tsunami warning over.
So the tsunami didn't actually hit the beach. No. All right, good.
Small earthquake, by
right.
Chilean standards.
Right.
And we went back to the venue, and bits of the venue had fallen off into the street. Jesus. Luckily, none of my fans were hurt, and a few fans came back to get things signed, and they said, are you going to finish the concert? Not this year. I got to go back to Kimbo in Chile.
Let me just...
I got to finish the song and finish the concert.
Let me summarize what you said to Marcos and to the people listening. So I'm going to be brief, just going to summarize. O Blaze Bayley estava falando que ele já esteve no Brasil, já faz 20 anos que ele vem ao Brasil. A primeira esposa dele era brasileira. Ele falou que dos artistas internacionais que ele conhece, ele é provavelmente o artista que mais conhece o Brasil. Sim. Ele falou que já esteve perdido no Brasil com um motorista brasileiro e ele acabou tendo que dirigir a van porque o cara não sabia onde estava e ele é que dirigiu para poder se achar. Ele falou que tem um carinho muito grande, especial com os fãs brasileiros. No disco novo dele, War Within Me, tem uma música que chama 18 Flights e a primeira palavra da música é Brasil, né? Porque ele costuma vir no Brasil em janeiro. Durante muito tempo ele sempre vinha no Brasil em janeiro para fazer shows. E o pessoal falava, em janeiro não é bom, porque é antes do carnaval. Ele falou que sempre se deu muito bem em janeiro aqui tocando. E aí ele resolveu fazer uma música falando sobre isso. Então a música já começa com a palavra Brasil em janeiro, né? E aí ele estava contando a história no Chile, que, né, foi o Blaze Fest. E que na quinta música, né, eram várias bandas locais e ele era o headline, e na quinta música que ele estava tocando, ele viu os fãs dele tudo correndo, desaparecendo, fugindo, e ele não estava entendendo por quê. E aí ele viu no telefone dele, eles receberam um aviso, né, que estava tendo um terremoto, e que era para eles procurarem uma área alta, porque ia ter um tsunami. E eles estavam bem na praia. Eles estavam pertinho da praia. Então eles tiveram que arrumar uma van, sair correndo para uma montanha para poder fugir do tsunami. Ficaram 4 horas lá esperando, até receberam uma mensagem falando que já não tinha mais perigo. Quando ele voltou para o local onde ele fez o show, pedaços do local tinham caído, né, na rua, tinha desmoronado, mas ainda tinha fã lá esperando ele para poder assinar, dar autógrafo e coisa e tal, querendo saber se ele ia terminar o show. Eu vou perguntar para ele a respeito do pior show que ele já fez, porque isso é interessante. Blaze, every musician has like a horror story, like a show, like a gig that you played that nothing went accordingly, right? The sound wasn't good, the fans weren't good, something happened. Besides the earthquake, because you mentioned the situation in Chile, did you ever have like a really, can you recall like one really shitty gig that stands out?
Adventures on that tour. We were in Mexico City, and really nice, small venue, and I really wanted to go back there because my previous gig in Mexico City wasn't good. I used a local band, and it just wasn't good. So I got my whole band from the UK, the band I used to record the album and play everywhere. And I'm very excited to go with my band. It's the Absolver band with Chris Appleton on the lead guitar and everything.
When was that?
To Mexico City.
But when?
This was on that same tour.
Oh, same tour, okay.
Yeah, and what happened was that there was some kind of problem with the sound guy there, and we went on stage. We had horrendous feedback and everything, and then I saw my guitarist Chris leave the stage after about 4 songs. Oh no, man! What's happening? I thought there's a fight going to break out. But what happened? The guy on the sound desk disappeared. There was no one on the sound desk. So Chris Appleton, my guitarist, had to go off the stage, go round to the sound desk, recheck and adjust all the drums and everything, then come back to the stage and carry on with the gig.
That's horrible.
And then my fans, every Blaze Bayley show before COVID is free meet and greet. And the promoter, the venue are told for 1 hour after the show, I signed for my fans. They tried to throw all my fans outside. And man, it was just crazy. And my fans all there, just ready with their albums to be signed. And then the security trying to throw them out. Oh man, it was just I'm so embarrassed for my fans. And looking forward to it, we all were, and then it was just so many horrendous problems, man. It was just horrible.
So it was a problem with the venue management.
It was just embarrassing. I was so sad for my fans that we didn't have a good show.
I imagine. Let me translate this. Ele estava falando do show, perguntei, né, fora esse show do terremoto, se teve algum show que ele lembra que foi particularmente ruim, e ele falou que teve um show no México. Ele tinha feito um show no México e acabou usando a banda local, né, os músicos locais, só que ele não gostou muito do resultado final, e ele falou, não, eu quero voltar aqui e fazer um show com a minha banda, com os meus músicos. Lógico, né? Isso. Aí ele voltou lá e... quando eles começaram a fazer o show, cara, eles entraram no palco, o som tava horrível, tava dando feedback o tempo todo, e de repente uma hora ele viu o guitarrista dele saindo do palco, ele falou, mas o que aconteceu? Ele pensou que era uma briga, alguma coisa assim, o guitarrista saiu, teve que dar a volta lá, porque o cara da mesa de som desapareceu. O cara foi embora e largou a banda lá, ao Deus dará. E o próprio guitarrista teve que ir lá para poder regular o som, tirar o feedback e tal.
O seu som não tá legal, cara.
Não tá legal o som?
Agora tá legal. Repete essa história aí, por favor.
Não, então, aí o guitarrista da banda dele teve que sair do palco para poder ir ele mesmo fazer o som, né? Montar o som, arrumar o som da banda. Que tava dando feedback. E tem um outro problema, que tipo assim, ele sempre reserva 1 hora, antes ou depois do show, para poder fazer o meet and greet com os fãs dele. Né? Que é tipo assim, encontrar com o pessoal, tirar foto, dar autógrafo. E o pessoal dos organizadores do show estavam botando os fãs para fora, não estava deixando os fãs chegarem para ele poder fazer isso. E ele ficou muito envergonhado, porque tipo assim, ele gosta muito de ter esse contato com os fãs, entendeu? Esse contato.
É verdade. Fala com ele que em Belo Horizonte, porque eu sou belo horizontino, E em Belo Horizonte, eu estive com amigos, com colegas que estiveram no show dele e disseram que ele é uma das pessoas mais agradáveis que eles conheceram na vida. Eles ficaram impressionados o tanto que ele era sociável, o tanto que ele queria estar perto ali da turma.
Marcos is saying like about your shows in Belo Horizonte, because he knows a lot of people that went to your show. He used to live in the city, and he said unanimously, you are one of the people they say are the most pleasant artists to be with. Like when they come,
no, that's a rumor. I'm evil. I'm nasty. They're going to ruin my reputation.
They are ruining. They are ruining your reputation.
Ruining. I am worse than Axl Rose. I am the worst rock star. That's my reputation. I'm evil, heavy metal, bastard.
Ele falou que é mentira.
People in Belo Horizonte and Sao Paulo and Limeira and Andrina, anyone that says I'm nice is a liar. I'm nasty.
O que as pessoas falam é mentira.
Ele falou que é mentira, que ele é o pior, ele é pior do que o Axl Rose, que ele é do diabo, e que estão acabando com a reputação dele, mas ele é ruim mesmo, ele é metal, e se estão falando isso é mentira.
Okay.
Then I'll take your word for it, please. So let me ask you something, Blaze. I was doing some researching, and your first band, Wolf's Bane, right?
Yeah.
That you still play with that band, right? You guys are still together.
We've had a reunion a couple of times, and now we found time to write and record a new Wolf's Bane album, and we hope that will be available next summer.
Next summer.
Jace Edwards is the producer. He has his own studio. So far, it sounds more Wolfsbane than Wolfsbane. So
nice.
Very excited about it.
Alright, nice. Ele falou que a banda dele, eu perguntei sobre a primeira banda dele, Wolfsbane. Porque ele saiu da banda, ele foi tocar na Iron Maiden, depois agora ele faz reuniões com o Wolfsbane, e eles estão para lançar um novo disco, que vai sair até junho do ano que vem, eles pretendem, e ele falou que esse disco é mais Wolfsbane do que o próprio Wolfsbane, é o suprassumo da banda.
Eu ouvi o som do Wolfsbane hoje, que som excepcional, que garra, que energia, a maneira que ele canta assim, é com uma paixão e eloquência muito grande, assim.
Yeah, he was listening to some Wolfsbane earlier today, and he really likes the passion that you sing those songs. That's what Marco said. Well, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Blaze. You like, besides the Iron Maiden thing, you're a very prolific artist. Like you've been like you said, you have 11 studio albums recorded. You work with a lot of people, like Wolfsbane, solo projects. There were a lot of musicians that you played with. Is there like any musician in your career that you wanted to do like a collaboration with that you haven't had a chance yet? Someone that you said, if I could record something with this guy, I would like to do that. Be that a guitar player, a drummer. I mean, is there someone that you haven't been able to work with yet that you really wish you had the chance?
I'd really like the opportunity to write a song and record with Taylor Swift, because I think the two voices are so unique and different that we could do a wonderful duet, like a father-daughter type duet, uncle type thing, something like this. And I think we could do something very, very nice.
That was unexpected.
Taylor Swift or Lady Gaga is another voice that I feel with my voice, the passion and the depth against those female voices, I feel we could do something very strong and passionate.
Nice. That was unexpected.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fan of music. I am metal. I am metal. That's it. You cut me now. That's it. It comes out. It's metal. I am metal. But first, I love music and I love to sing. And I got into a band so I could be a singer. That was it. That's the main reason. So I could be a singer. I'm not a naturally talented singer. I learned to sing. I had lessons and different coaches. I learned to sing because I wanted to be a singer. And now I'm an old man with a vast amount of experience. I have a sound and a technique that is mine, and I have more ways to interpret lyrics and melodies than I ever had before. So I'm very, very lucky that at this stage in my career, I started 35 years ago, and now people, my fans, my hardcore fans say that this is my best album. Possibly my best album. And that's my fans that have everything that I've ever recorded. So it's an incredible feeling to come this far and feel that I still have a long way to go and I have a future, and my fans have enjoyed what I've done, and they stand with me.
Very feeling, yes.
So lucky. I'm so lucky.
How old were you when you started singing, and do you remember what was the catalyst, like the thing that said, no, I need to do this, I need to become a singer?
Well, when I was at school, there was a punk band, and I always thought, well, maybe I could be the singer in that band. And there was a choir, but I got kicked out of the choir for being too loud. And then years later, I had a job in a hotel working nights, and they had a baby grand piano, and they never locked it. And when I finished cleaning a hotel and had my break, then I would try different things on the piano, and I wrote my first couple of songs. And that made me really think about being a singer. I loved rock music, Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, Whitesnake, all those old bands, and Van Halen were coming through. So all of that and the night time, that started making me think about being a singer. And then I saw Ronnie James Dio on a Holy Diver tour in Birmingham. And when I saw him perform Children of the Sea, that was the moment. That was the single moment when I thought, I want to be able to do that. I went to work after the show because I was working the night shift. And I just thought, well, what would I do if I could do anything? And the answer was very simple. I'd be just like Ronnie James Dio. I'd be a singer in a band and tour the world. And from that moment, that's what I tried to do. And that's 1983, 1982. I mean, horrendous. So old. I'm so old. I shouldn't
How old
have
are you,
been
man?
so old. Right? But that's it. So, and I've been very, very lucky. I've worked with top producers in the field of heavy metal and rock. I've recorded an album at Abbey Road Studios, the world famous Abbey Road. I've recorded at Sound City in Los Angeles, world famous studio. And, you know, I've been very, very lucky, and I've gained a lot of experience. So now, as an artist, I'm not just the singer, I'm not just the songwriter and with the lyrics, I'm not just the arranger. Now, with my colleague Chris Appleton, I'm the producer of my own album. So there's extra pride attached to this, because in many reviews, people have said, this is the best production on any of my albums.
Great
So
album.
that's amazing.
Nice.
And as an artist, what you can do in the mix and the production of the album is another level, another thing that you can decide. And thinking of the listener, right, what do I want my listener to pay attention to? What journey do I want my fans to come on with me? And being able to produce the album as well as you've written the songs, that gives it another dimension. And I'm so lucky to have a great team around me to work. We have a great relationship, me and Chris Appleton. He doesn't, he never attacks me. He never throws things at me or screams at me. So it goes well, you know, and
Nice.
it's a lot of hard work, a lot of details and things that are really boring, but every single detail is important, because if you don't get the details right, you get this. But when you get the details right, you get this. And that goes to the heart. And that's what we're aiming for with every song that we write, with every instrumental, with every lyric. We are trying to get to your heart through your ears.
Very nice. Well, let me brief everybody here about it. Eu perguntei para ele, né, porque nessa carreira dele, 11 discos gravados solo, trabalhou com um monte de gente, né, produtores, músicos, e eu perguntei para ele se tinha algum músico, algum produtor, alguma pessoa que ele gostaria de trabalhar, que ele ainda não teve oportunidade. E ele falou que gostaria de gravar alguma coisa com a Taylor Swift, a cantora pop.
Uau!
Porque ele acha que a voz dele hoje, com a experiência que ele tem, com a habilidade que ele tem de se expressar através do canto e da interpretação de letras, ele acha que seria um dueto muito legal, ele com uma voz feminina que não é da área dele, né, que é um negócio mais pop. Então ele pensou, de repente, fazer um dueto com uma pessoa tipo a Taylor Swift, a Lady Gaga, que seria um negócio interessante.
Sim.
Aí ele começou a falar também do novo disco dele, né, que toda essa experiência dele trouxe para ele essa habilidade hoje de não só compor, não só arranjar, não só tocar, mas também de produzir. O último disco dele aqui, o War Within Me, ele também produziu, ele e o parceiro dele, o Chris Appleton, eles produziram juntos, e ele falou assim que é uma nova área de arte, né? Porque, tipo assim, quando você está produzindo, você começa a focar, você começa a pensar o que eu quero que a pessoa que escute esse álbum, qual área que eu quero que ela foque, o que eu quero que ela ouça. e não qual é a jornada que eu quero levar essa pessoa. Então, é muito atenção a detalhes, mas cada detalhe é importante porque afeta a experiência da pessoa que está ouvindo.
Ô, Pablo, foi feito pelo Blaze Bayley um álbum chamado 20th the Nation, acho que é esse mesmo, 20th the Nation, que fala sobre física quântica e o poder que os políticos e os cientistas têm perante a humanidade. Você acha que esse álbum dele foi um álbum feito assim na vanguarda? Pergunta para ele aí, porque querendo ou não, hoje com essa coisa aí de vacinas e tal, a gente está na mão de cientistas e políticos que estão usando isso da maneira que eles querem. Como é que é a visão dele? Parece que ele teve uma visão, o álbum todo é em correlação a isso, né?
Entendi. Como é que é o nome do álbum, de novo?
Se eu não me engano, ele chama 10th Dimension.
Ok. 10th Dimension. Ok. Blaze, he wants to know about the album. He said, there is in 2002 you recorded 10th Dimension, right? Which is an album that, according to Marcus, is an album that it's ahead of its time because it talks about a lot of things that we're experiencing now. Like,
it's a concept album, and I wanted to do something that connected the human spirit and quantum physics and government control of scientific innovation and weaponization of things that are developed for the benefit of humanity. And so this story went round in my head, and this was the 10th dimension. It mixes time travel, telepathy, government secrets, and betrayal. It's about a man who, working with quantum physics and science, actually finds the human soul and proves that telepathy is real and that the astral plane is real. He finds this, he develops a machine, and then the government say, he doesn't know he's working for the government. They come in and say, we're going to have that machine because we can blackmail every human being on Earth. Now we know we can trap their soul. And so it's a terrible situation. And it
is a script for a movie.
He destroys the machine to stop the government using it as a weapon, but also then he has to try and tell people of the world that there really is a human soul, that there really is a continuation of life in a different dimension after this life, to give comfort to people, but he can't reveal his location because they will kill him. That's the story of the 10th dimension.
Wow.
Big album, and we've re-released the 10th dimension now on Blaze Bayley Recordings. It's available at my shop, and it's also available on Spotify and on all the good streaming surfaces.
What is your
favorite album of many fans?
If people want to find your shop online, where do they go?
BlazeBaileyShop.com.
BlazeBaileyShop.com. Okay. Did you ever think about writing a script for a movie? Because what you described right now, it sounds just like a sci-fi movie. That could...
We made another concept called Infinite got Entanglement, and that's 3 albums that tells one story. So, yeah, I'm slowly trying to write the book to go with the 3 albums to fill in the backstory of all of the characters. But
nice.
It's my greatest achievement is 3 albums in 3 years with 3 tours that tells one story about a man that does not know if he is human or machine.
Okay.
Yes. E aí, Pablo?
And what is the name of this one? Infinite Entanglement. Okay. Let me tell Marcos about this. Ele falou a respeito desse álbum, e ele falou que é um álbum conceitual, esse que você perguntou, né?
Sim, sim.
E a história é a respeito de um cientista que consegue descobrir que, através da física quântica e dos estudos dele, que existe uma alma, né? Que o ser humano tem realmente uma alma, ele consegue provar isso, e ele cria até uma máquina, né? Que consegue testar isso e ver isso. Só que o que ele não sabia é que quem financiava o trabalho dele era o governo, e quando isso acontece, o governo vem e tenta tomar, né, as descobertas dele, falando assim, isso aqui nós vamos usar como uma arma, que agora a gente pode... todas as pessoas, né, todas as pessoas do mundo estão vulneráveis porque a gente tem essa arma aqui, coisa e tal. E ele acaba destruindo a máquina que ele criou e tenta trazer conforto para as pessoas, falando, gente, eu descobri que realmente a alma existe, que realmente a vida não acaba quando a gente morre, né, que o espírito humano ele persevera e tal, só que ele não tem mais a máquina, né? Então é um álbum conceitual que conta essa história. E aí eu falei assim, olha, tem um tema de ficção científica, já pensou em escrever um filme e tal? Aí ele falou que ele fez um trabalho que foram 3 álbuns contando a mesma história, 3 discos, que é o Infinite Entanglement, que são 3 discos que contam a mesma história, e para ele foi um dos grandes... das grandes vitórias da vida dele foi fazer esse álbum, porque foram 3 discos, contam essas histórias a respeito de um cara que ele não sabe se ele é uma máquina ou se ele é um ser humano, e essa jornada dele de tentar descobrir o que ele é. E ele falou que agora está pretendendo escrever um livro para poder fazer parte, né, desses álbuns, para poder contar um pouco da história que não está explícita nas músicas.
É um artista genial, genial, cara. É um cara com muito contexto. Agora fala com ele assim que a música dele é 18 Lines, faz muito sucesso na programação. E quais são os temas que ele utilizou na abordagem desse álbum? Assim? É uma música que contém muito feeling, né? Um arranjo brilhante de voz também.
Ok. Blaze, he's asking about Eating Rice, one of your songs. Because this is one of the songs that he is playing on his radio program, and apparently it's one of the songs that the fans really enjoy. And he wants to know what is the theme behind this song. How did you come about writing it?
Well, it's part of the story when the character understands he has been betrayed by the person he loves most in the world. And that betrayal starts to destroy him, his confidence, his belief. He thought that he was in a situation where he had true love. He had a very bad past, did many bad things, and now he feels that he is in a situation where he has found true love, but he is betrayed, and he does not know that he is betrayed because his lover has been blackmailed. That if she says one word to him about becoming a machine, she will be killed. And so she can't tell him that they're going to make him into a machine take his consciousness, his soul, and put it into a machine body. She can't tell him because they will kill her if they find out. He doesn't know. He feels he's been betrayed by her, not used by the government. And that's the terrible story. And so that's why it's eating lies. They told him all of these lies, and they persuaded him that this was a good thing to do. That's why it's eating lies. And in the song, it says, I will make them eat their lies.
Okay, so there is a chance of revenge at the end.
Yes, that is it. That is it. What happens is his heartbreak and frustration turns to anger, and then he decides he will live until he gets revenge, no matter what. And that evil revenge is the thing that keeps him going, so that he will get these people that have turned him, trapped his soul, trapped his spirit inside a machine body.
Okay. Let me tell Marcos. É uma música que fala a respeito de um cara que foi traído. Ele depois de vários relacionamentos ruins, ele descobre, né, o amor verdadeiro e tal, e ele acaba sendo traído pela amante dele. Só que o que ele não sabe é que essa traição foi porque ela estava sendo chantageada pelo governo. Então, o governo, na verdade, tem a intenção de pegar a consciência dele e colocar dentro de uma máquina. E aí, quando ele acaba descobrindo essa trama toda, ele jura vingança e ele promete que ele vai viver até ele conseguir se vingar e fazer com que eles... né, porque irem lá significa comendo mentiras, né? Então, ele vai fazer as pessoas que fizeram isso com ele comerem as suas próprias mentiras, né? Esse passa a ser a vingança, passa a ser a motivação da vida dele. Então, é sobre isso que a música fala. It's a very heavy stuff, man.
Yes.
It's heavy metal. It's a concept.
Yeah, it is heavy metal. Can't be talking about flowers and rainbows, right?
And it's science fiction, and it's a story of love, betrayal, and revenge.
And revenge. Very nice.
Agora, Pablo, vamos perguntar para ele quais são os planos agora para 2022, né? E quando que ele vai vir no Brasil? Você já está sendo cotado para vir para cá novamente? Enfim?
Okay. Marcos wants to know your plans for 2022. If you have any plans of coming to Brazil anytime soon.
Everything just got pushed back. So all of the UK shows and European shows that we were supposed to do when we came back from Brazil in 19, they're all, now we do them this year. So our trip to Brazil won't be until next year at the end, or the year after, because now the European tour that we hope to do, that's a year later. Everything's a year later because of all of this problems.
So the earliest would be at the end of 2022.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be 23 because everything's a year later than we would normally do it, and we hope that we can come and do some nice shows there in Brazil, play some of my new songs and some of my classic songs as well from my Iron Maiden. So,
nice.
It's something that I'm looking forward to, hearing the voices of my Brazilian fans singing my new songs.
Nice.
We'll make
sure to come to the greet and meet. I would love to meet you in person, man, and have you.
If there is, because before COVID, yes, I did meet and greet at every headline show. But now with COVID, I can't do the meet and greet until everybody is safe.
I understand. I was going to ask you, this is just my curiosity. When you sang with Iron Maiden, no, there was something that I wanted to ask you, because there was a tour that you did with Paul Diano, right?
Yeah.
You guys toured together a couple times.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good experience. I always loved his work in Iron Maiden as well. So I imagine you two. Did you guys get to play together, or just the two bands separately?
Normally, we had the same band. We went on different times, so that was it. Sometimes we performed 1 or 2 songs together, and sometimes we didn't. But that was just the nature of the tour that we were on, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of good times. Paul Diano, the very funny guy, great sense of humor. And yeah, we had a good time. I love those old Iron Maiden songs, and I do enjoy singing them when I get the chance. The songs from my era of Iron Maiden, some are shorter, like Future Real, and then some are longer and bigger, like Sign of the Cross and The Klansman, and some are fast, like Man on the Edge. And then some are very passionate and dark, like Como Estas Amigos. For me, of all the songs I did with Iron Maiden, personally, Como Estas Amigos is the most important song that I did with Iron Maiden. It's one where I had the lyric because I was visiting Argentina, doing interviews. I saw the memorial to the soldiers that fell in the Malvinas, the Falklands. Friends of mine from school had died in the Malvinas, Falklands, and it was an immense sadness to me that so many wonderful people that I met in Argentina that all loved music and loved heavy metal, no one tried to fight me. No one said, oh, horrible English. It's just about music. So it really felt like those poor men and boys, really, they had died terribly. And it was a great sadness to me. And that's where the lyric comes from, my own sadness and passion for peace.
Nice. Eu perguntei para ele quando é que vai ser a próxima vez que ele pretende vir no Brasil. Ele falou que agora, todos os shows que eles tinham que fazer antes de Covid, agora que eles vão fazer, então a turnê para o Brasil vai ficar provavelmente para 2013. Não, desculpa, 2023. 2013. Para 2023. E aí eu perguntei para ele sobre a turnê que ele fez. Ele fez algumas turnês com o Paul Diano, né? Perguntei para ele como é que era. Ele falou que adorou, que eles tocavam com a mesma banda. De vez em quando eles até cantavam algumas músicas juntos, que o Paul Diano é um cara com um grande senso de humor e tal. E aí ele falou um pouco a respeito das músicas que ele canta no show dele, algumas músicas de quando ele era do Iron Maiden, as músicas que ele compôs, né? E de todas essas músicas, ele falou que a mais importante se chama Como Estás, Amigo, que é uma música que ele fez quando ele foi na Argentina e ele viu o memorial dos soldados que morreram na Guerra das Malvinas, né? Que foi aquela guerra entre a Argentina e a Inglaterra. E ele falou que mesmo apesar disso, em momento algum ele se sentiu hostilizado por ser inglês e coisa e tal, e ele também tem amigos ingleses que morreram nessa guerra. Então ele falou que é uma coisa que ele fez, que foi uma música meio que falando um pouco a respeito de paz, né? Que de certa forma é uma guerra meio sem sentido e tal, e que perdeu pessoas boas de ambos os lados e que para eles não fazem muito sentido, né? Então, é isso. Blaze, I'm just going to tell him one more thing. I forgot to tell him before the story about how you first started playing music, because I skipped over that when I was translating. Uma coisa interessante que ele falou antes, quando eu perguntei o que foi que levou ele a começar a cantar, e ele falou que quando ele estava na escola, ele via algumas bandas tocando, e ele falava, cara, eu acho que eu podia fazer isso. Mas foi uma vez que ele foi no show do Dio, ele trabalhava num hotel,
Uau.
E nesse hotel tinha um piano. E ele, de vez em quando, nos intervalos dele lá, nos breaks dele, ele ia no piano e ficava tocando algumas coisas. Ele falou que compôs as 2 primeiras músicas dele ali tocando no piano do hotel. E um dia ele foi no show do Dio. E ele viu o Dio tocando Children of the Sea.
Uau!
Cantando. E aí ele falou, cara, é isso que eu quero fazer da minha vida.
Enlouquecedor, né?
E ele falou que depois disso, depois de ver o show, ele ainda teve que trabalhar, porque ele trabalhava à noite, né? Então ele saiu do show e foi trabalhar e ficou pensando, cara, o que eu posso fazer para poder fazer isso? Porque é isso que eu quero fazer da minha vida, né? Então, de certa forma, o Dio foi uma grande influência. I was just telling him about the Dio story when we went to his show. Hi, Mr. Bayley, I want to thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate you talking to us. This is going to be great. Your fans here in Guyana, they're going to love this. And we're going to put this, I'm going to put subtitles on this conversation, and we're going to post it on our website, on YouTube, so it'll be accessible for not only the Portuguese-speaking people, but whoever wants to access it. And just really want to thank you very much. And I'll let everybody know we're gonna probably start playing one of your new songs on our program. Probably "War Within Me," right, from the new album. And just let the people know that if they wanna get anything, do you guys on your store? Is it possible for us to buy one of those vinyl records, or is this just yes?
Yeah, it is. It's expensive because of the shipping, but it's possible. And everything is on Spotify and Apple Music as well, all the good streaming services if you want to get it there.
I want to get the vinyl, the physical copy.
Yeah.
I want to have one of those. Very nice.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
it's really good. It's and it comes with the vinyl comes with a special book as well.
Nice.
So
wow.
With a lot of details of the songs and the recording. So it's really good, man. Really, really good. And
it's a collector's.
The first time, it's not a limited edition. For the first time now, my fans have supported me. Now I can afford to make a vinyl that's not limited edition. So it may take a while to get it because they keep running out at the factory and I keep selling out on my shop. But that album will be available for a long time.
Very nice. Yes. Well, let me tell them this. Para as pessoas que estiverem interessadas, a loja dele é blazebaileyshop.com e lá você pode adquirir os produtos dele também, né, no Spotify, Apple Music. E esse disco, né, esse vinil, se alguém tiver interessado, pela primeira vez, não é uma edição limitada, né? Então, tipo assim, durante muito tempo eles vão ter disponíveis para quem quiser adquirir. É realmente mais caro, porque você viu aí a qualidade do negócio cheio de encartes e coisa e tal, mas, pô, para um colecionador isso aí é o que há, né, cara? Muito legal, muito bonito.
Material. E agora, para fechar, né, para fechar, já está chegando uma hora, pede para ele, para o manager dele, colocar Goiânia na trajetória dele aqui no Brasil.
Okay. Well, we have a final request, Mr. Bailey. When you come to Brazil, if you can, please add Goiânia to your route.
Yeah,
it's close to Brasilia.
Please email my manager who arranged this interview and ask him to do that. But what I also need from you is a suitable venue.
Yes.
Very, very small. Even in Brazil, So a venue, about 500 people, something like this, a nice venue, then it's I might be able to come. If there's a manager, venue, if there's a local promoter that's interested in having Blaze Bayley, I would love to come there, man.
We'll definitely do that, because we are lucky, because here in our city, it is a capital, but it's not a city known for rock. We're actually we're known nationally for country music. Like, it's the capital, it's the Brazilian capital of country music. But we do have an excellent venue for specifically this kind of show that you're talking about. 500 people, but it's excellent. The sound is great. You're not gonna have a problem with the sound man, I assure you, because they're really, really professional about the way they do their sound. They're really meticulous about this.
I hardly ever had any problems in Brazil. I've been coming for 25 years to Brazil, and it's improved so much. Brazil's caught up with everywhere. First time I came to Brazil, and we had these different amps which we never seen before, and and we're going, is this a guitar amp? And he goes, yes, it was my grandfather's amp. Oh man. And sometimes, like, we had to they put a drum riser there, and this is like the early tours, not now. They put a drum riser there that they made themselves from wood and plank, and when you start, the drum will go like this. So we had to take out my drummer, very heavy, powerful. Take out the drum risers. Probably okay for country music. But for heavy metal, now come to Brazil, and when I come, I notice the changes, man. They've got great equipment. People have a great deal of pride in their work. People I've worked with in Brazil now work internationally around the world for professional bands. So it's changed, man. When I come to Brazil, whatever it looks like, I know it's going to sound good.
Nice. And we'll put we'll put your manager in contact with this promoter that owns this venue, and then they can work out the details. So hopefully we'll be able to see you here without having to traveling too much.
Okay,
Claro, se ele gostou da coxinha de Minas, ele vai gostar do empadão goiano, hein? Fala com ele.
Yeah. He's talking about our traditional food. He said if you like coxinha, you're going to love here in Goiânia, because we have something called empadão, which is really nice as well. All right. Blaze, thank you very much once again, man. I hope to be able to see you sometime soon, man. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Muito obrigado, amigos, amigas. Muito obrigado.
Yes, friend.
Of mine in Brazil. Until next time, it's me, Blaze Bayley.
Thank you.
Bye. Ciao.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Ciao, man. See you later.
Bye-bye, man. Thank you. Yes. Agora, encerro aqui.